Breaking news. Both Xi and Putin want to see the BRICS alliance grow so that it can compete with the United States and the dollar on the international stage. This week's BRICS summit in Johannesburg, South Africa, is crucial for the future of the world's top non-Western economies. To counter the United States and the dollar, Russia and China are working to transform the alliance, which currently encourages economic cooperation among members, into a power bloc. Sending a video message to the BRICS summit on Tuesday, Russian President Vladimir Putin attacked the West, claiming the summit was a manifestation of a global majority. Putin, who was unable to attend in person because he is wanted for war crimes, said, "This is the essence of the future-oriented strategic course of our association, a course that meets the aspirations of the main part of the world community, the so-called global majority." The group's original goal was to promote mutual prosperity, but analysts say Russia and China have ambitions that go beyond this. Expert Graham Thompson of the Eurasia Group told Insider that China and Russia are hoping to use the group's economic clout to counterbalance the United States and the West's influence in international politics. Making a coalition to counter the United States, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, collectively referred to as BRICS, form the world's most powerful non-Western economic bloc. They represent the so-called Global South of countries in the Southern Hemisphere, which accounts for roughly 40% of the world's population and $27.7 trillion of the global economy. Since the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, Chinese President Xi Jinping has only made 2 international trips. His presence at the summit demonstrates the significance of the event for his global goals. China's economic might gives it outsized sway among its peers. Xi Jinping is not attempting to challenge the United States' preeminence in the current liberal international order. Director of the SOAS China Institute at the University of London, Steve Sang, told CNN that Xi's long-term goal is to shift the global order to be more Sino-centric. China and Russia are in favor of enlarging the BRICS alliance to include other non-Western economies in an effort to challenge the G7's dominance. Countries at odds with the West, like Iran, are applying for membership alongside those more sympathetic to the West, like Saudi Arabia and Indonesia. Going up against the dollar, plans to create a BRICS currency to compete with the US dollar have also been discussed. Putin advocated de-dollarization and called for more trade in local currencies in his speech. According to a Reuters translation, Putin said, "The objective, irreversible process of de-dollarization of our economic ties is gaining momentum." He promised that at the summit, participants would go over every mechanism and problem with trading in domestic currency. After sanctions were imposed on Russia for its invasion of Ukraine, some world leaders and business figures sounded a warning over the US's power, prompting calls for alternative currencies to be used in international trade and transactions. However, experts say that concrete plans to create a new currency for intra-member trade are still quite far off in the future. In order to position itself as a leader of the Global South, as Thompson put it, Beijing is especially keen to expand the BRICS membership to include more fast-growing emerging market countries. Xi had planned to give a major address at the summit on Tuesday, but he was forced to cancel at the last minute.